How did I survive an $8,000 bill in the most difficult year in America at 9 o'clock? This is a video of a Chinese-American netizen contributing to Little Blue Man. If you have your own story, you are also welcome to contribute to our Little Blue Man. Warm tips. The full text of this video is expressed in the first person. If I want to sum up that year in one sentence, I set up my home in a garage, tied my dignity to an old $4,000 Nissan, and sent my hope in every late-night phone call and replied to every interview. Please subscribe to us Little Blue People, like and retweet before the story begins. Chapter 1. Why leave? I graduated from a rural university in the East and I really liked the humanistic atmosphere and academic atmosphere there. But when I carefully take stock of the industry, entertainment and games I want to do, I have to admit that there are not many rising channels in that land. The good team has given interview and test opportunities, but it is clear that it cannot provide long-term identity sponsorship, so it has to stay and print the battle. I need to go to the place where the industry is the most dense and the positions are the most active. So I thought to myself, instead of exhausting my enthusiasm in unsuitable soil, it is better to go to harder but more likely places. Destination Los Angeles. Chapter 2. The cost of landing. The first lesson of real landing is the cost. Every step of finding a house, taking a driver's license test, buying a car, and getting insurance requires money and time. Finally, I gritted my teeth and rented a home converted from a garage. Close the door or home. When you open the door, remind yourself not to forget the reality. To turn my life around immediately, I bought a second-hand Nissan for $4,000. The old air conditioner doesn't start like a small tractor, but it can take me to interviews and take orders, which is enough. Chapter 3. Life-saving cash flow. The epidemic swept through in early 2020, with offline shutdowns and online skyrocketing. Usher in the peak. I submit resumes and do evaluations during the day, and do more dash at other times. 2 hours at noon and 3 or 4 hours at night. I can run about $700 a week. That's my most realistic safety rope. Regardless of the interview result, there should be cash flow in the account. Many people think that takeout is only hard work, but I use it as a bargaining chip to buy me time to continue chasing opportunities. The fourth most feared phone call, the most expensive car. What really makes people's hearts sink is the phone call late at night. My family suddenly suffered from severe pain. After confirming the symptoms, I dialed 911. When the ambulance light came on outside the garage door, everything I would talk about later became to be decided now. I didn't know until I got to the emergency room that I needed surgery immediately, and the child couldn't enter the emergency room. I handed it to the front desk nurse and paced the downstairs hallway. At that moment, I understood the difficulties of the first generation. There was no network of relatives and friends, and there was no backup team. All temporary displacements had to be withstood by my own teeth. The Chapter 5 bill is the second operation. Discharged after 2 days, thinking relief came, but true pressure awaited. The bill was sent to the ambulance, with details of mileage, consumables and first aid items, totaling more than $8,000. I held that piece of paper and looked at it for a long time, which was equivalent to 2 months of running orders without eating or drinking. A few days later, another insurance bill for $375 came. I didn't feel impulsive that night. I called the insurance company, checked my income range, applicable exemptions and the project codes entered by the hospital one by one, and fought to the death. Conclusion reversal. According to my eligibility and the policy coverage at that time, I didn't have to pay the ambulance bill for that hospitalization and operation, and it had to be further negotiated between the insurance side and the hospital side. I learned a simple but valuable principle. Don't pay any bills first, ask insurance first. Chapter 6. In the trough. The list of. During that time, I split my life into lists of cash flow and takeaway fixed time periods, and ensured that the weekly basic job search made works and versions for the target company, and customized the test rhythm according to the job requirements. Identity and compliance records. All communication and submission timelines. Prepare 2 sets of plans. Medical care and billing. All bills are photographed and filed. First get insurance, then ask the social worker, and finally communicate with the hospital billing department. A list won't simplify life, but offers control. Order in heart brings steadiness in steps. Chapter 7. Where does the turning point come from? Many turnarounds seem to be good luck, but they are actually the right rhythm. The epidemic has caused many people to stay at home and play games, and the demand for jobs has been pushed up. The companies that kept me out began to recruit people on a large scale. The interview and test were not easy, but I had the stamina to walk in the mud for a year. I was very lucky, got a turnaround, entered the big factory, and became a screw. Someone asked me why I was still in this company, and my answer was simple: because he accepted me in my most difficult time. People should remember the thinnest piece of ice. Who pulled you over? Chapter 8. The Year in the Eyes of the Spectator. If I had to sum up this story, it would be that one sentence is not a miracle, but someone who understands the process survived the hardest times. This is not a cool article of grassroots counterattack, but a realistic model of survival within the system. In the most embarrassing moment, the Chinese did not rely on luck, but on list and rhythm to fight against chaos. He maintains cash flow with takeaways and buys time with bill disputes. Another collection of works knocked on the cabinet window. He was not favored, but he didn't give up on himself. After reading it, many netizens said that they felt like seeing their own shadow, while others left messages reminding them not to DeFi takeout and work overtime, and there was nothing when their bodies collapsed. And the audience wants to see more. Can you teach us how to write controversial emails and make insurance calls? I want to say to him that you are already very powerful, but I hope that in the future, you will no longer only design strategies to survive, but also leave room for living well. Finally, everyone is welcome to contribute to Little Blue Man and let more people know about your story. If these experiences are useful to you, like and subscribe and share them with those in need. See you next time.